Step into the Fieldhouse, your front row seat to legendary victories and untold stories. Hey, I'm your host, Lance Lunner, breaking down sports from the inside out, along with co-host Jimmy Lackey. It's more than just a game. It's the Fieldhouse Podcast. Hey, welcome into the Fieldhouse Podcast. We're a production of the Kids Inc. Sports Network. Can't thank you enough for joining us today. I'm one of your co-hosts, Lance Lunner. We have the man co-host here, Jimmy Lackey, CEO and main man at Kids Inc. Jimmy, it is an afternoon winter we're doing today, which is kind of fun. So you have a little more leeway than normal. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
I just walked in here and told you. Kiva and I got caught up with all of our financials. She was out a week. I was out the week before, and so that tends to get us a little behind. And I was 2 minutes late getting here to y'all because I was not quitting until we got done. So
I love it.
We're done.
Mentally, does that free you up? Things like that? Or
no,
are you old enough?
It's just that I am a perfectionist when it comes to our books, and I want them caught up and I want them current.
When did you become a numbers guy? You know, a lot of football.
Well, my dad was a math teacher.
Okay. I like it. That explains it. Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between being a math guy and an accountant.
Right.
I'm not an accountant.
Yeah.
I don't. If you start talking in terms of debits and credits with me, I'm just going to go like this.
Yeah. But the actual number.
Pluses and minuses. I know what beans go in which bean pot, and I know if it's an increase or a decrease, but I don't know if that's a debit or credit. I could care less.
You know, the best at that, you have to have that passion. Like I've never been a numbers guy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you have other strengths. You hope you do. But
it's a puzzle. And I like puzzles.
And people, exactly. People really enjoy that. That took me a while to figure that out. I learned that on algebra, by the way. I mean, I cruised through like I was a straight A student, and then algebra just kicked my fanny, just dropped me.
Dad taught algebra.
Yeah, so
I hated algebra.
So so that's when I learned like I'm not that great of a numbers guy, and I have a couple of siblings who are.
I did really
big
well
time.
in trig, but I did not do well in algebra.
I love geometry though.
Yeah, me
Jimmy.
too. Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, but algebra.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Anybody who passes algebra is my hero.
After this project that we're doing and everything, I could see myself going back and being an architect.
Kind of get a kick out of that.
A little bit of the engineering.
What do you like about the art?
Just the geometry, the numbers,
and then just seeing it take place and build.
Yeah, if I could go in and learn some of the things that they do, I think I could have delved off into that area.
Yeah, my brother is a structural engineer in Golden.
Yeah,
and so he still loves that. He's started the company, but he's kind of retired now. But no, he just loves that part of it that you're just talking about.
Yeah. So as a result, and I tell people this all the time, I created Rock Rose on a computer. I know where every square inch of it is, but I couldn't put the first blade of grass in place. So there you go.
That's okay.
I just pay the bills. I told them construction questions, ask Craig. Financial questions come to me.
That's why we have different people doing different things.
Everybody has
world.
their strengths.
Yeah,
That's
everybody
right.
has their lane. I love that.
Yep.
Hey, it's number 81, believe it or not, and 81 is totally a wide receiver, tight end number. In our lives, there are some good hockey players who will go. They get up in the 80s, 70s that excel. But really, it is a wide receiver position. Just when you look at who they always list as the top 81s. There's a couple in our era that were amazing, but I'm going to start this one. We're going to let you go first. Well, I'm just going to do this a little different. One of the most frustrating or felt sorry for 81s of all time is a Dallas Cowboy named Jackie Smith.
Sitting on his butt, dropped the pass.
Do they win that game if he catches?
Oh yeah, they win that.
If they win that, if he catches it,
I have a story behind that.
Go ahead.
So
Jackie Smith got traded to the Cowboys. Incredible career at the Cardinals. Wore number 81. Just Mr. Reliable, Mr. Classy. Dallas gets him, and he drops a wide open pass in the end zone.
Wide open.
Yeah.
So back then.
In the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl against the Steelers, if I remember correctly. So, and I had become a Steelers fan. And around my house, that didn't go over real well with my dad or my Uncle Bobby. And so when I worked in the summer, my dad made me give him my paychecks. And the reason he did that is because over the course of the school year, he doled that out to me in the form of an allowance.
Smart.
So that I didn't spend it all.
Yeah.
Worked great. So I got, and this is going to tell some people some things. So I'd get $25 on Monday morning. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Put in my pocket and save whatever I had from the week before. I had some money in my pocket. And so it was a week before the Super Bowl, and I said something about, Steelers are going to win this. And my dad says, you want to put your money where your mouth is? I don't even know what he's talking about. He said, you want to bet double or nothing on your allowance next week? And I go, okay. He comes in that Monday morning. Every Monday morning, Dad always fixed breakfast.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the table, and he comes in there, wham, slams $50 down on the table.
Yeah.
And I don't say a word. I just stuck it in my pocket and went on about my business. But he and Uncle Bobby were so mad. And I love the Cowboys, but I had become a Steelers fan. I remember when they would go over, 14 game season, they'd be 1-13.
Was it the colors? What was it? Or just
had family from that area.
Okay,
that says it all. And so a little bit of knowledge from that area.
Yeah.
But Bradshaw and the whole hype behind the group they had just had some good guys.
Yeah.
Steel Curtain comes along, just becoming intriguing. And, so I became a fan. Of course, they're in the AFC, and so it didn't bother me on the Cowboys side. But
right.
I made a comment about the Steelers winning, and boy, Dad says, you want to put your money where your mouth is.
And you ended up,
and it paid off well for me.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
But it was because Jackie Smith dropped that pass.
And he did wear
Bless
80.
his heart.
And he did wear 81. I'm not sure. He may be a Hall of Fame career. I'll have to double check.
He was good.
Yeah.
Especially with the Cardinals, where he did most of his.
Who's your 81?
All right, so you're going to recognize that helmet.
Yeah.
That's the helmet that you came to town starting to cover in '86.
Yeah.
That was Coach Kelly helmet.
That's the Coach Kelly helmet.
So one of my I actually wore that helmet. There's a whole other story about that. That group became such close friends of mine. But one of my very, very, very best friends was 81. That was Gerald Welch.
Wow.
You know Gerald.
I do.
And so
I covered that team.
And you covered that team back in '86.
81. I looking at it, I see 9 is Mayfield.
Yeah.
I see.
So here's everybody. So
I've
had anybody that comes to see me, if they were on that team, I have them sign this helmet.
Yeah.
And so I wore it in a benefit game one time. We played Coach Graff was our coach, and we played the prison guards.
What?
Oh, yeah, at Randall High School. My wife was livid with me.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, but I survived. It was fun. I did it one time, but that was the helmet I wore, and they were doing away with those helmets, so Coach Graff let us keep those helmets. I don't know if he's supposed to or not, but
wow.
I've had that helmet forever. So here's who all's on that from the '86 team.
Yeah.
I wrote them all down. Here's whose names are on there so far. Of course, Gerald, my friend Gerald Welch. Steve McMurtry, he was number 62. Chris Anderson, I think he was 71.
Great guy.
David Wood from Borger, he was 34. Todd Mayfield, number 9, he was 9. Kyle Adams, David Newman. David was a good guy, very smart. Joe Yankovic, I think he was 53.
Yeah.
J.R. Compton, he would have been number 35.
Yeah.
Sean Fredrickson.
Yep.
Kyle Carter, I think Kyle was 17, was a kicker.
Yeah.
Kevin Brown was punter from Panhandle, number 6.
Played in the NFL.
Coach Conger signed that, and then, of course, Coach Kelly signed it for me.
Wow.
So those are the names that have signed that helmet so far. So if there's any of that bunch out there from the 1986 Lone Star Conference Championship team that was down 28-7 going into the fourth quarter at Abilene and came back and won that ball game, I would love for them to come by and sign that helmet and have your name on that helmet, because that means a lot to me, because they were a bunch of good friends. When they're going to be having their 40th, would be their 40th reunion this year.
Yeah, they are having a reunion.
They're having a reunion. So their 40th reunion will be their 40th reunion will be this year.
I love that story.
And we've always had them over to the house.
You actually wore that helmet in a game.
I did.
With the signatures?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
None of the signatures yet?
No.
Okay, I
didn't even own that helmet at the time. And
I got you.
Coach Graff said,
I got the story now. Yeah.
He was already gone from WT, and he just got picked to coach this deal. They let us borrow a bunch of equipment that was old.
Yeah,
that tells you what safety we were out there. We had,
yeah.
We played
Coach Graff,
we played a prison guard in I think it was a Make-A-Wish Foundation.
So that's almost like the longest yard story.
Well, it was, but when they asked me to play, I thought it was flag football, and I showed up for practice. They got us out there doing calisthenics. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And this guy comes by. I can't remember, Tobin maybe.
Yeah.
Art Tobin. Is that his name? He was the. Anyway, the sheriff came in and deputized all of us before the ball game. It was really kind of cool.
I didn't know.
Kim, my wife was not the least bit impressed about it.
I did not even know this.
I think I was 30 years old.
That's a great story. Yeah.
So I actually wore that helmet.
Coach Graff was just Steve Graff.
Yeah.
Later became the head coach of the Buffs, but was an assistant on that team, and he was such a good guy to me, and did a great job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cali guy, so pretty boy Cali. So, but he was
Tom Selleck.
He did have that mustache.
Yep.
Did have that mustache. So yeah.
I love Steve.
Yeah. There were a lot of great guys on that team. Yeah. But and then the 54-49 A&I game.
Oh my gosh.
That one as well is like history. So
Yeah.
it's the greatest
Down
game.
21-6 at half.
Yeah. Scored every time in the second half on a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then stopped. All that ran out, and that was the clock.
Yeah.
WT didn't. Johnny Bailey has the ball on the 6-yard line on second down.
Yeah.
I think it was second down, and they stopped him. So
well, I love Gerald Welch. I love
that's
his
cool.
daughters,
I love that one,
and I love his
like
wife
that
Laura. She's one of my favorites. But I love my friend Gerald.
Shout out Gerald.
So,
yeah. I'm going to go traditional. Randy Moss.
Yep.
Maybe the absolutely the greatest wide receiver. You saw too bad money and circumstances, but if he could have played with Brady for like 5 years rather than one, the numbers they would put up together. But when he was in Minnesota as well, just incredible. The Dallas Cowboy game on Thanksgiving, he just basically beat him by himself. But there's also a Terrell Owens, Jimmy. There's a Tim Browns.
Yep.
There are so many great.
Don't you think Randy Moss though is a good example of going from let me think of the word I want to use here. From arrogance to humility.
Oh, yeah, totally.
He went from total arrogance at Marshall into the NFL.
Yeah.
To total humility, and such a good guy, and was a great sportscaster. And
yeah, I know. And now
I like Randy Moss.
Yeah, and when you ever hear him talk now, I like you making that point, by the way. But here's my thought: when you come into the NFL from Marshall, you get no respect. Yeah. Oh, you're just from Marshall. We're from Ohio State. We're from Miami. We're from the University of Texas. We could care less about Marshall. So he had to play early with a chip, and I think that just stayed with him, even when he was talking to the media, things like that. I think they always play with that chip,
yep.
Even though maybe down deep they are good guys, you know what I mean? But it's blessed. When you have speed like Deion Sanders and Randy Moss, like we're talking 4.1, 4.25, that type of speed, even at the NFL level, they get that immediate respect, Jimmy, and he had that. Plus, he could flat out catch the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Out jump everybody.
And wasn't afraid to go across the middle.
Wasn't afraid.
That's the key for a receiver. Are you afraid to go across the middle?
Yeah. No, good point, man. Yeah. But, just those guys alone. Yeah. There's some absolute studs who wore number 81. Tight end like Francis from the Patriots, remember him?
Oh, yeah.
People like that, you know what I mean? So it's a great number for the history.
A lot of good ones.
A lot of good ones. So,
my favorite's Gerald Welch.
I like it. I like Welch a lot too, man. I will say this. I did a feature on every position that year. That was my goal. You know what I mean? To talk to every position, break it down, something different, because I knew they were going to be pretty good. And I think I left out the tight ends.
Really?
So I think they were ticked off at me the rest of the year.
So you're talking about Jackie Smith being on his butt and missing that pass.
Yeah.
So Gerald didn't catch a touchdown pass in 86, but in 87, Cragthorpe hit him in the end zone down on the north end of Kimbrough, and I had my camera out at the time, and I've got a picture, and Gerald's just sitting there with the ball, and he finally got his touchdown at home right there on the ground. I've back in film cameras.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Thorpe, rest in peace,
Yep.
man. He was the quarterback. But,
he was a good guy.
Yeah, great guy. Man, what memories. Hey, last night was the All-Star game, baseball, MLB. Jimmy, we have these All-Star games. Baseball, maybe because of the way the game is played, in my opinion, is the best of all the All-Star games because it resembles the game we see on the day-to-day. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why they're able to do that, yet have a good time. You know what I mean? With
they've
football,
got such a long season. It's a good break right in the
yeah,
middle.
it's a break right there. They're in the middle of their season. Mm-hmm. The NBA does that, but it's just a dunkathon, a runathon. It's going to be 1-4. It's okay. I get that.
Yeah.
Football, no one wants to get hurt out there anymore. It is what it was. It's flag football now, but it was pretty exciting. Cody Bellinger was the MVP. And if you get a chance, go look online. Cody Bellinger plays for the Yankees now, played for the Dodgers, played for the Cubs. He's played some historic places, but he's the MVP. But he brought his 2 little daughters, like 5 and 3, into the media room for his post game. You know, it's a really family affair. And like in the middle of it, his daughter kind of tugs on him, you know, and like so it's way cool. It is a dad's moment deluxe. He just immediately gets her, you know, he's got to take care of his daughter. She whispers something's in there. He laughs, you know what I mean, gives her a kiss on the forehead or top of the head. It's just so cool.
That's awesome.
Because you look at these athletes and you think, man, they're not human, but they are human. For him to do that and for his daughter just to have fun with that. So I will say this. For a while there, Jimmy, the Major League Baseball went to and I get it, you're selling stuff, but national American specially made jerseys for just really, really horrible looks, in my opinion. They are back to wearing what jersey they wear for their team.
Oh, that's good. I didn't see it, so that's good.
Yeah, it kind of looks
always
cool.
like that.
They also did a Sandlot tribute where they had they had guys, because they were going to have fireworks, obviously, and they had like 7 or 8 Philly kids, you know, picking each other up. So they rode their bikes to the park.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they opened up the doors and let them in. So it was pretty cool. They did a really, really nice job. It's such a long season. I do get it, you know what I mean? But it is still kind of cool to see those athletes just kind of having a good time.
I've not been to a baseball game at Philly. I've been to the football. I went to the Army-Navy game there once, which was incredible.
Yeah, I've never.
But they're all right there. This baseball stadium, football stadium.
I've never been to Philly.
Yeah. It's a cool town. We went and did the history stuff while we were there. As a bunch of my buddies.
Yeah. You got to do the history stuff.
We went to that. It was 2019,
and it's way close to New Jersey. People don't. I mean, people back here maybe not realize that,
right
but I mean,
right across the river,
right across the river. A lot of Eagles fans in New Jersey. So,
it was a fun trip, and Liberty Bell and just historical facilities like that, and had to go get our picture made
Liberty Bell
by the
bigger
Rocky,
or smaller
Rocky
than you
statue.
thought?
It was pretty good size, sitting in there in that room where it does. Me, I watched National Treasure. You remember the one where they look and he sees up by the clock, and so I'm looking up there, and sure enough, from where you stand to watch the Liberty Bell, he thinks he's going to have the clue there, but it's up there in the bricks, and right there up there is where in the movie it pointed right to it. So it was pretty cool.
And then you did Rocky as well.
We went to the library and saw Rocky. Yeah, they had moved him downstairs. He was down at the bottom of the steps.
Really?
Yeah, he's downstairs now. But
why'd they do that?
I don't know. Clint Cope. If you've ever been to the Philadelphia Library and the museum up there, the steps that Rocky runs up. So I've got Clint. I videoed him, and he did it twice, from the bottom to top, running those steps. It's a haul.
It is.
He was in shape to get it done. I'd have died on step 3.
As I understand it, he didn't have the budget to close the place off.
Yeah.
So if you notice, it's done
there's a lot of people around.
Yeah. And so at 5 or 4 a.m., they just filmed it.
Yeah.
Him running up there.
Yeah, but up there from the top of the stands, up the steps, is a beautiful view of downtown Philadelphia. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow.
And
it
was fun. I enjoyed going to Philadelphia.
Yeah. I have one for you. We kind of talked about it last time a little bit, but the World Cup is coming to a close as we speak. The final will be on Sunday. And they turned all these NFL stadiums into natural grass. And I know it's a high cost and all this, but the NFL has a lot of money. Do you think, injury-wise, the NFL should go back to natural grass in all their stadiums?
I'm probably not the best to ask. I'm putting 37 acres of artificial turf down for kids to play on
for usage. But we're talking the NFL.
You hear these professionals talk, and I think if we were to go in and secret ballot, let's just say the NFL. I think you would get a majority of them want to play on grass.
Definitely the players.
I think they really would. I don't know. I know this. The company that's doing our turf here just finished the Buffalo Bills' new stadium, and it's grass.
It is grass.
Oh, yeah, it's grass.
Okay. In Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Denver. Denver's grass.
Same.
It's kind of a
They're doing that new stadium too.
It's kind of a combo thing, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for them to put down a new turf every week is, like you and I trying to put one in once in a lifetime.
Yeah. That's what I meant. I mean, they have and I'm not saying you waste your money, but they have the wherewithal to do it.
Have you been to the Vegas Stadium?
No, not in it.
So you know what it does.
What? Does it slide out?
Yeah, it's on a conveyor belt. And and they say UNLV plays on turf, and then it slides in for the Raiders game on grass.
Yeah.
And
all stadiums can't do that, but
no,
I get it.
But in Vegas you can.
Yeah.
But I've not been back in the bowels of AT&T Stadium, but Craig's toured it, and he says you go back there and there's you see all the different games they play in there. You might have the Arkansas end zone stored over here, and you may have the TCU over here, and for turf they just change those panels out. Like it's nothing, and here we are doing this literally once in a lifetime project because it's so expensive to do.
For heavy use, which AT&T has, and
Sure.
I get this, rodeos, concerts, whatever. It does make sense to have artificial turf.
But I did watch the time lapse video of them rolling that grass out for the World Cup there. It's pretty impressive. It's there's a lot of interesting things about the World Cup. Watching them cover up the signage on the top of the stadium, all the marquee.
So did they pay Did they pay the?
They have to.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry Jones.
T-Mobile.
You're not covering up Jerry Jones's stuff for free.
Yeah. And T-Mobile, I think, was the sponsor, and probably had a clause like you can't say AT&T, but
they showed the video of those guys going up there with those tarps covering up the
and I got a kick out of it. They called it Dallas Stadium, Atlanta Stadium today, where Argentina's playing, things like that. So I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I've really fallen in love with this World Cup. I have a new respect for the game. I'm not technical at all about it, so that makes me happy where I can just watch and enjoy it.
Yep.
Where we think we watch a football game, we think we know a lot more than we actually do. But I will say this: soccer's just like NFL, just like MLB. Stars show up, man, when it counts the most.
Yep.
There's a reason they get paid what they do, is because they put on a show when it's time.
Yep.
And they have all and I think it's been eye-opening how much, and maybe it'll bring us back together a little bit in the United States, how appreciated our country is by outsiders looking in, where we think it's pretty rough over here, and it can be at times. But I found that very enlightening.
I was watching Late Night last night, and Matt Damon was on Fallon.
Okay.
And they were talking a little bit about soccer, and Matt Damon was telling about a time that he and his family went over to Argentina. And they were having some big soccer match there that was like the finals of a league play or something there. Of course, you can only imagine how serious soccer is.
Oh, yeah.
In those Latin American countries. But he said, I'm talking to my father-in-law who lives down there, and, we're asking, can we go to the game? And he, in Spanish, said something to him, and he said what he was telling us is no women or children. It was just men could go to the game. And he goes, are you serious? And yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so Matt Damon, his wife told him to go, and he goes to the game. He said it's the most rabid, fan-based thing that he had ever seen.
I never knew that existed.
But it wasn't like the World Cup. It was league. It was some kind of big league that they had over there. Yeah. But I guess everybody and their dog goes to it. But he said, no women or children. I was like, holy cow.
I had a friend whose son went to London for some schooling thing and was hanging out, and they loved the jerseys, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They're real popular, but they didn't realize how personal it was in each little area. You don't go wear this jersey in this restaurant or this bar or something, you know what I mean?
You're on turf wars.
You're turf wars. Here's what happened to him. He's standing there, and all of a sudden these guys look at him like he's crazy. And he's got to run onto a bus and get out of the way, or they're going to beat him up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For wearing the wrong. He was wearing the rivalry's jersey in their area.
So we were at a little pub,
which I found oh my gosh.
We went to the Army-Navy game in Philadelphia, and the next day the Cowboys were playing the Eagles, but it was in Dallas.
Yeah.
But we're in Philadelphia, And so we go to this pub right across the street from where our apartment was that we were staying in. And Bill Bandy is screaming, yelling loud for the Cowboys. And we're all sitting on the Ross Glenn and Clint Cope and I. We're thinking we're going to get killed because you know how rabid those Eagles fans are.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
That's kind of like what you're talking about here.
No, I agree.
It's a little bit like that. And we were like, Bill.
Even last night, real quick, Jimmy, to your point, they booed like the Dodgers when they were announced. And they all laughed.
Yeah.
But they literally, all-star game, no politeness, Philly fans booed hard. Okay? Yeah. So
the Eagles fans do not like the Cowboys. And we're trying to lie low over there and just eat a little bit and watch the game. And Bill's over there going, Cowboys touchdown, and we're like, Bill.
Yeah. I think it would be. But yeah, back to that. I think the players would love grass. I think we'd see fewer injuries. And like you said, if they're putting it in Buffalo. If they're having it in Denver, they have the first of all the wherewithal, the finances to do it, but also the knowledge where you can grow grass in cold weather situations. They have a heater under there.
I was fixing to say they
have those heat layers. First time I ever saw it was at Air Force Academy games, where all of a sudden like it's 2 feet of snow and the snow's off the turf.
Well, if you've ever watched on an NFL game or even a college game, sometimes when it snows but the yard lines are visible, it's because they have heaters down those lines. Now, they may not do the whole field.
Not do the whole thing.
They put them down the yard lines.
Yeah.
But this one in Buffalo, John them showed us it's fully heated underneath the deal.
I had this one for you too. Obviously, they call it the American pastime, and there's great stuff. Because it's still 9 players on the field, 3 outs, and then you go in and the other team comes out. Same, they played it since 1900. So it's way cool. But with the NFL and college starting, do you think football is now our American pastime? And I'm talking football, not football, soccer.
If you combine college football and NFL in kind of one discussion,
I think in general, just the sport, baseball itself, they call. Yeah.
And from a youth standpoint, I still think baseball's biggest, at least locally here. I think from at least on the boys side, youth side.
Yeah.
It's our biggest program, having got into that now and dipping our toes into that business. I think it's our largest. Allie, would you agree? It's probably
bigger than soccer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And soccer's big for us.
Yeah.
But I think this baseball thing and it being a fall and spring sport, I think it's on the youth level. I'm just talking about the youth level.
Yeah.
Everything funnels down the older you get. You pick a sport and it all funnels down.
Right.
But, I think baseball on the youth level is probably the largest thing that we have.
Interesting. I did not know that.
But on the grand scheme of things, what you're asking, football.
I think
it's a reason that I think baseball may have to someday shorten their season or try to get finished quicker or somehow.
Yeah, I think it's surpassed
where it doesn't go so deep into at least to November.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I think if it ended at the end of September, it still has it still definitely has its place.
But it's all money and it's number of games and butts in the seats and the stands, and you got 81 home games and plus playoffs if you make those, and so that's money in the bank for the owners, and the owners make the decisions.
Yeah, and you have that time frame. It's almost perfect for TV viewing, for actually going to it.
The difference today is all the streaming services.
Oh yeah,
that's what's changed the game.
It's frustrating. You just saw where the speaking of that, the Rangers just changed mid-season their streaming service. Their fans they just flat out changed it.
Yeah, that's rough.
Today.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is rough. Yeah. Speaking of the start of the season, I find this very offensive always, Jimmy, and I know we're into lists and all this, but might have been CBS Sports in it, and it's a lot of work, so you got to respect that. But they judged, like all Division I college football coaches, hot seat, not seat, basically. Like if you're a 5, you are on the hottest of the hot seat. If you're like between a 1 and a 1.7, it's not going to happen. Like a Joey McGuire at Tech.
Sure.
He's not going anywhere, regardless. If they go 0 for something bad happened, maybe, but he's not going anywhere. But when you – as a coach, as a fan, I mean, I know we like to – it's for discussion and all that, but like Luke Fickell, the coach at Wisconsin, who I wanted to bring up, he's a 5. He's been there since 2022. So you start the season –
Came from Cincinnati? No. Where'd he go there from?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But anyway,
let
me ask you something. Is that even fair? What I mean,
here's what I don't like about it. How dejecting is that to your players going into the season?
Oh yeah, totally. So you have no authority, with your players or no clout. I'm with you, and I realize
he was at Cincinnati.
Lists.
He went from Cincinnati.
To Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, and I will say this: they recycle the coaches a little bit more than they used to, like Major League Baseball, college football coaches. I'm saying, so it's not your death knell if you get fired or lose your job. You know what I mean? But I'm really not into that kind of list. I'm really not. You know what I mean? Because administrators are all different. Is he getting them graduated? Is he doing something positive for our school?
That doesn't count. That doesn't count anymore.
I agree. That's sad,
It doesn't count anymore.
It's sad, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you tripped me there because when you said Fickle, I thought he was at Cincinnati. He was the hot commodity 3 years ago.
Yeah. It's the way it is.
And that's, it's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Meaning, what did you do for me last year?
I will say this: if you're the University of Texas coach, this is just the game you signed up for.
Sure it is.
Okay. There's some places where you do sign up for this.
Yep.
You're going to be judged hot seat. You're never off the hot seat.
Yep.
Ohio State, don't you agree?
100%.
And maybe Tech in the future.
I still think Nebraska holds their coaches to that level, and they haven't been on the national scene.
I agree. I agree.
I still think they'll never forget Tom Osborne days.
Yeah. Tommy Frazier. They'll never forget those guys at all. So
it's interesting, and the almighty dollar rules it all.
Totally does.
It all does.
Yeah. I think Nebraska. Speaking of Nebraska, what a mistake to go to the Big Ten. They've just absolutely dropped off the map as far as rivalries. I mean, the old Big Eight. I don't mean to be old man on the lawn and things changes, but that's where they belong. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma State as well, Oklahoma as well. They just belong in the
Big Eight was kind of the next door to the Southwest Conference.
Yeah, you don't belong in the Big Ten. You belong. You play Oklahoma, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma. Texas. That's just Missouri.
I mean, I remember as a kid, the Southeast Conference when we were kids.
Oh yeah, nothing.
No.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah, now
they're starting to see a little parity come their way, but they're still dominant.
Oh yeah, totally.
You got all those Florida schools.
And not just in football.
Alabama.
We talk the football, but in all sports.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
It's because of the money they get from the football that they can trickle into all the other sports.
Well, it's like, Oklahoma slipped in there pretty much under the radar. I mean, when it happened fast.
Yes.
And there's Oklahoma State.
Lost, yeah.
When's the last time you heard anything about Mike Gundy?
Nothing. Yeah.
He's just counting his money and living life. So I think his big house is still for sale up in Stillwater. But
the only thing is, my heart breaks when you don't have a bedlam. Yep. I mean, it's just wrong.
Well, Oklahoma, how long do we go Texas and A&M not playing?
Yeah, exactly. The same thing. You play those games. That's what fans want, year in and year out. That's what players want.
Iron Bowls, all those rivalry games.
Yeah.
They have to somehow
that's just ridiculous, especially for the state of Oklahoma. So, Hey, I had one more list for you.
Okay.
NFL execs came out with a list of, and they asked them to do it, and they do it, but to rate the quarterbacks, in the NFL. And Josh Allen was number 1 this year over Patrick Mahomes, number 2.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, because of the injury or what?
I think that's part of it. And I tell you what, here's where you have to give Mahomes his due. Is he's just not a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen is the prototype quarterback.
He's John Elway Jr.
He is the prototype physical specimen for a quarterback in the NFL. Mahomes is just a wizard.
Yeah,
and there's a difference. Both very good, both very talented. But I think if you're looking at prototypes, I get why Allen might be the pick.
Prototype, I like that. And I don't have the exact criteria down, but I will say this. So I watched an interview with Mahomes. This is why I brought up to you today about this. He said, "Look, I'm coming off an injury for one," and then he named the top 10. He goes, "Look, that's a lot of great quarterbacks." So. you just fight and claw and try to do the best you can. But he goes,
who else was on that list?
oh, man, you could – I don't have it in front of me. Try it on – I'm pretty sure it was ESPN, but it would be some who you guessed. You know what I mean? I should have brought that whole list to you, but number –
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's got Allen 1, Patrick Mahomes 2, Matthew Stafford, if not for age, he's that prototype.
He's 3?
He's 3. Joe Burrow, if he could ever stay healthy, I think he's
It's too high at 4 for me.
I think he's as good as anybody, but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's an athlete.
Yep.
Dak Prescott, I'm gonna give him his due. He's capable. Can't stay healthy. The kid from the Chargers, is it Herbert? Is
Herbert,
that how he pronounces it?
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
He's a prototype quarterback.
Love him.
Real good. Drake May obviously got a lot of deal. Jared Goff, and then Caleb Williams. Those are your top 10 off that list you're talking about.
Interesting. No Bo Nix.
No Bo Nix. And I think he's a physical specimen for it too, but he's not as tall.
No, he's too small for that.
But I do like him. I hate that he got hurt at the end of that last year.
Denver needed him bad.
Yeah.
I will say this. Those 10 you just talked about, incredible quarterbacks. You know what I mean? You're right. It's health. It's who they play against, who gets hurt in front of them, what they have to throw to. There's a lot of factors into being a great quarterback, but they could all in the proper year be MVPs.
If I'll put it this way, if you could put Lamar Jackson in Montana's spot back in the day when they had that line and those receivers and his athleticism, holy smoke! I don't know what he'd be able to do. He's legit in my book. He is such an athlete.
Yeah.
He doesn't stay healthy either.
Yeah, I know. Well, they like to run. There's some big guys.
Yeah, it's hard to stay healthy in that.
But it's here. It's only about 55, 60 days away.
I'm ready.
College football and NFL. So
I'm ready.
The heat of August, we got to get through first, though. So, you got anything else for us today?
No, I think we did good there. That was a good cover.
Yeah.
It's
if we ever get number 81, Gerald Welch,
town
in Amarillo, let's bring him in.
Bring him in. Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. I would like that a lot. So
maybe we can holler at Todd and he can talk about their 40th reunion sometime.
Todd would be great to have. Todd's got stories galore. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Good bunch.
Great bunch. So I'm glad you brought that in. That's cool. Yeah.
Love you, Laura. I'll get some props for that.
Okay. All right. That's it.
I'm good.
All right. Let's hop out of here. This has been the Fieldhouse Podcast. We are a production of the Kids Inc. Sports Network. Like I always say, we'll see you when we see you.